What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite science fiction movies of all time. Uh, just one of my more favored movies of all time. I wouldn't put it up there like in the same. I wouldn't grade it the same as like Alien and Aliens, but this is definitely my third favorite movie in the Alien franchise. I feel like this is a damn near perfect movie along with those two. But this is, if you haven't seen this, this is like a sequel, not a sequel, a prequel to Alien. Like Alien takes place in like 2100 and like 20 something, and then this takes place in like you get like a scene or two in like 2080 something, and then it jumps to like 2096 or 4 or something like that, and that's when the rest of the movie takes place, pretty much. Uh, Great cast. I mean, you have Charlize Theron, you have Michael Fassbender, you have Idris Elba in there, Guy Pearce. Um, One of my like favorite characters in the whole franchise. Like obviously Sigourney Weaver's Ellen Ripley is the best, but I would probably put Elizabeth Shaw, like Naomi Rapace's character, at a strong second. Like second or third would be like my choice for her. Like I don't know. I just remember yeah, I remember watching this in 2012 with my older brothers, and I'm pretty sure my grandma was there too, cuz like I don't know, back in the day we like my brothers and I like we love the Alien and like Alien franchise and like the Predator franchise and stuff like that. We had like VHS tapes of the original trilogy of Alien, and like we'd watch that shit all the time. Uh, so I just kind of have like a maybe like a little bias and now like maybe some nostalgia for this one as well. But it's a beautiful, like, even though it's like, oh, they're just on some like moon, the scenery, like, you know what I mean, it's like a, it's a giant fucking rock, but it's like it looks so like beautiful, and just like the feel, and just like I don't know, it gives me like bits of that Alien, like hold on, my cat's trying to get on. Here you go, get on here. It gives you bits of that feel of like unknown, like exploration, the vast void of space, like that, like, you know what I mean, like that feeling of wonder and stuff. But also it's like it's very like fits within that feel of like Alien, but it's like very much its own thing. Like it almost feels like it's like its own standalone movie, while also being a prequel to the Alien franchise. Because like it explores like themes of like, I mean, pretty much like, yeah, like Prometheus. Like they're, you know what I mean, like going to meet their creators and find out like the answers of like life and why we're here, and just like why they, you know what I mean, like the why did they invite us to come speak to, like all this shit, and they are ultimately just met with uh consequences, just like punished for it. You know what I mean, like they're, yes, the engineers do not like humans. I'll just put it that way. Like I'm not gonna try to. I mean, this is a great movie. I don't really want to spoil it too much, but I, I mean, I will be talking about some stuff. Like, so going ahead, just if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend please just stop watching this. Give it like a thumbs up, or like it, save it to watch it later. Go and watch this movie, and then let me know what you think. If you thought it was like a dud, or if you thought it was a great, prequel, and like stands up to the heyday of this franchise. Uh, I thought, yeah, like it was, I don't know, just the story was pretty cool. Like you have like humans with their own like existential crisis type thing, like wanting to, you know what I mean? Like you have like Guy Pearce's character, who he doesn't want to die. You know what I mean? Like no, I mean obviously nobody wants to die, but you know what I mean? Like he's fucking old as shit. Look at this guy; he looks like Father Time, but he funds this whole thing, this whole like exploration and stuff, just to try to have the engineers save them, like save them from dying. And I mean, it also serves as a way for like her and Holloway. I can't remember Charlie, whatever the actor's name is. Like they're the two main scientists, and they want to. I mean, they get some of their answers of like knowing like, oh, the engineers did create us, and but like you know, I mean it opens up more things like them finding out like they want to destroy us. At some point, like they decided that they want to destroy us, and just like I don't know, just like their answers to life, kind of. I mean, the engineers don't like talk to them or like give them the answers. They just kind of decipher some things throughout the movie. God damn it, these cats! But yeah, I mean, it's I'll say I feel like it's a little bit harder of a movie to understand than like Alien and Aliens and like those ones. It has a lot more. I don't know, like with the black goop being like you know, it's like it's kind of just like building up like how xenomorphs were created, you know. I don't mean I, yeah, like I feel like this isn't the first time that this isn't like the first thing that they've done with like the black goop, like the engineers. I feel like because you can see like murals and stuff of uh, like the xenomorphs and stuff. Like the one, we're gonna jump to Alien Covenant right now, but like there's a scene in Alien Covenant where the xenomorph comes down of a human or something like that, and it's like it's almost, it reminds me of like Jesus Christ, the way it's standing up like a cross, like its arms out. And the first time I've ever realized it, uh, when they're in, I think it was the first area with all the vases, and they're like leaking the black goo and stuff. I think they're over like a tomb or like a sarcophagus or something that has like the green orb in it. Like above that, there's the same. It's like a little xenomorph doing that. You know what I mean? Like he has his arms out and shit like that. So I don't think this is like the technical like origins of the xenomorphs and like the black goo. I think. I mean, obviously they kind of hint that it's just like a military, like weapons installation place where they're like, you know what I mean? Like they are either like experimenting on the black goo or like they have it set. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like they're using that batch and they're gonna go to Earth or like all the planets that they've created life on that's like kind of gone astray or like defied them or something, that they, you know, what they wanted in their experiment, that they're gonna like go and destroy those planets. But yeah, it's very, I don't know, it's like very intriguing. Like every time I watch it, I feel like I learn or like see things that I didn't really understand, and I don't know, I feel like that just makes it, I don't know, gives it more like rewatchability and just I don't know, has it hold up, like it's a new experience every time. But yeah, like I started seeing like little, like even from like the very beginning, like just like little hints and like lines and stuff that he'd say that he, you know what I mean, to kind of, it shows like his true nature, like what he actually thinks about humans, and it's like how he hates like I can't remember his name, Guy Pearce's character, and like just pretty much like he just views them as like less humans, as like lesser than him. And I don't know, I thought that was cool. That kind of, uh, I mean, I obviously I remember, like, I knew he was going down that route because of like Alien Covenant, and just I've seen this movie a couple times, but it's cool to pick up on that. Like, just like obviously there's like a couple lines that you like even first time watching, you're like, oh shit, this guy, you know what I mean? Like this droid is a little iffy, but I don't know, like after and then like after knowing that and like going back and I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but I was like, oh shit, they were telling us right from the get go that this android is kind of off its rocker. But I don't know, and just like his fascination with the goo and like he's like just manipulate like yeah, it's just like Alien Covenant. Like he's just manipulating things to I don't know, like he's like a creator in himself. Like he's like trying to see what this black goo can do and just like he's just like using it on the crew like test guinea pigs or something. It's crazy. But yeah, dude, I like the creatures were fucking I mean, obviously the xenomorph is the coolest thing in this franchise, but these things look pretty like that thing was a pretty weird, gnarly fucking looking creature. Like it's like a starfish fucking octopus thing. That's also like a face hug. Like I don't know, like this is like the scariest face hugger I've ever seen. Like that's yeah, that's fucking diabolical. And then we get the like the final form in this movie, which is like it's like a very very like prototype xenomorph. Which this thing, at first I thought it kind of looked goofy, but like knowing that, because I mean I was a lot younger when this movie came out, but like I don't know, like it makes sense why that it doesn't like it has like the very basic formings of a xenomorph, but I thought it looked pretty dope. Like I bet you it'd still fuck you up. I mean, fuck those little snakes were fucking like fuck those two guys up within a matter of like 30 seconds earlier in the movie. But yeah, like there a lot of gnarly scenes. Like yeah, like I was saying, like with the snake and it like coils up on that dude's arm and like snaps his arm, and then fucking the one guy goes to cut it and it's like spits. Well, it doesn't spit, but like its blood like just squirts onto his mask, and the one guy had like it just like melts down into his face and kills him, and then the other one, like the guy that it broke its arm, like it goes into its fucking suit and just goes down its throat like it's gnarly as fuck. And then you have like Holloway getting sick and he has to get like burned alive. Like that shit was gruesome. And yeah, fucking yeah, and then like this scene where Elizabeth Shaw has to like she's like impregnate because David like put a little drop of the black goo into Holloway's drink and he's like all infected with it and stuff. Before he even knows it though, he has sex with Shaw and she somehow gets pregnant even though she's like infertile, which that's fucking crazy. And then she's like impregnated with that one weird squid thing that we're just looking at. In this scene is one of the most intense scenes I feel like of the entire movie. Like god damn, like you can see her belly like just like it's like trying to burst out like it reminds me of, like the first scene in of the chest burster in Alien. Like it is crazy. I mean obviously not that iconic because that's one of like the most classic fucking scenes in the whole franchise I feel like, but this one is up there. This is very memorable, just like sticks with you type of scene. Like I love this movie. Like this movie is so fucking amazing. It blew me away in 2012 and still blows me away today. Like I mean I'm not like it well versed in like the alien lore and stuff. I just really know like I mean I own like Prometheus, Alien Covenant, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Alien Romulus. And then I have a couple games. Like I have like Alien Isolation, I have like Alien Colonial Marines. I think I have like one other one. So it's like you know what I mean, like that's all I really. That's really like I don't I've never really like I haven't read the books or like gone on like any uh encyclopedias of the lore or anything like read up on it. I just whatever I've seen in the movies and pretty much whatever I've seen in Alien Isolation because I mean Colonial Marines was cool. Yeah, I guess Colonial Marines had a couple good parts, but it was lackluster. Like I feel like that's more like a I'd want to play that like multiplayer or something like co-op campaign. It's just kind of like it's lore breaking as I feel like it's lore breaking as well because Hicks is alive in that one. You know, it takes place after 3, before Resurrection, and Hicks is alive. So it's like it could be lore breaking. I'm pretty sure Hicks dies at the beginning of the 3rd one, but yeah, like I'm not I'm more like you know what I mean, like equivalent to like a Star Wars fan that just watches like the movies and maybe like you watch Clone Wars or something like that. Like I'm not like well versed with all like the minor like not really minor but like the fine details. But this is still I would still put this as probably my favorite sci-fi franchise, the Alien franchise. Um, this is definitely one of my favorite, like my top 3 favorite in that franchise, and it would definitely be in my top 10 favorite like sci-fi movies of all time. Like Aliens, this. Uh, I gotta throw in like Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2 or 2049 or whatever. I can't remember the date. 2049, I believe it is. Uh, then you have like the original trilogy of Star Wars. I love. That'd be 8. And then yeah, probably like Terminator and Terminator 2. You know what I mean? Like a lot of pretty big like mainstream popular everybody knows these fucking movies, but they're I don't know, they all those would be like my 10. Not in any specific order, but Prometheus would be within that 10. Uh that being said, I'd give this movie probably a solid like 9.5. The only thing that I would say is like it's a little bit slower. You know what I mean? Like it builds up. It takes its time to build up. Uh, I mean, it has a great cast, but some of them are a little. I wouldn't say unforgettable, but like you know what I mean. It just sometimes I will say the crew is way better than like Alien Covenant's cast, but it's like sometimes they were great. They just didn't hit me as well as like the crew from Alien or Aliens. You know what I mean? Is like they. I mean, like I said, like I got a lot of great actors in there. Like their characters were good. It's just like sometimes, uh, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe it just I don't know. I don't really know what it was, but I feel like I don't know. Some of the characters were just like a little like I didn't care for like the one geologist. He's like the redhead guy, like the Irish or Scottish or something. I don't know. But or like English. I don't know. I don't know what the hell what country he's from, but he's the geologist with like the orange hair and shit, and he turns back and he ends up getting killed by like the snake thing. Like this. Some of them were okay, but overall, yeah, not really too many negatives. Just like this little slow burn at first. I feel like sometimes when I'm watching it, it's like I have, like I would, you know what I mean? Like I don't mind things that like leave it open for like a little bit of interpretation or some for you to like connect the dots a little bit, but I when it's like prequels and stuff, sometimes I like just like having, well, I mean, at the same time, I didn't know that Alien Covenant was gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was just like this, like a prequel, you know, not like a trilogy, like a multiple prequels or anything. So it's like kind of like, it leaves it open. Like, you have, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to connect some of these, you know, some of these dots a little bit and, like, you know, leave it open, like, it's for your interpretation. And then it's some, like, I feel like some of it is not really paid off in Alien Covenant, and so that kind of, you know, I mean, that kind of brings this one down a little bit, you know. But overall, great fucking movie. One of my favorites. 9.5 on a 10. Recommend you go watch it, go buy it, stream it, whatever you have to do. Uh, just go check it out, and then let me know what you guys think. If you thought it was, you know, as good as I thought it was, or think it is, or if you thought it was complete, utter dog shit, you know, just let me know, and uh, or let me know which favorites of your in the series of Alien, you know, or just like your favorite sci-fi movies or something. I mean, I listed mine, so let me know down in the comments. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. You know, for our YouTube or Twitch, we got like X and TikTok, all that noise. But anyways, I had a lot of fun with this one. It's always fun to check out the Alien franchise. But I'll see you guys either in my Alien Covenant review, which will be probably a week from whenever you guys are seeing this one, or in one of my gaming videos or something, because we post we post at least like 3 videos a week. Lately I've been doing like, I'll be trying to do like a movie review on usually Mondays. Tuesday I'll have like a little mini horror game. You know what I mean, like one of those like indie, like one-off horror games that just, you know, you can get through quick. Then I've been watching some shows recently, so I've been reviewing those. Like this Wednesday, I believe it's gonna be, because we did Daryl Dixon 1, 2, and 3. Then we did Dead City seasons 1 and 2, and I believe this week is gonna be The Ones Who Live. And then usually on like Fridays or Saturday, I'll post a you know, maybe like like, you know, like BR, like Battlefield, or like Call of Duty, or like maybe like Peak, or, you know what I mean, like something that's like not really like a horror game, but it's another gaming video. Anyways, if you made it this far, sorry about the rambling. I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, follow our channels, our socials, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out and love you. Bye.